Hey everyone, hope you're doing alright. Mr. Scott here. We're going to be looking at multiplying 4 digits by 2 digits today. Hope you had a lovely Easter holiday, but we're going to get straight back to it today. So something that you all have looked at before, but this should prove to be a little reminder for you. Hopefully a little bit challenging, but not too difficult for most of you out there. So, first question is asking us, which calculation correctly solves the word problem? Delilah buys 1,134 boxes of ice pops for a theme park. There are 24 ice pops in a box. How many ice pops does she buy altogether? So we need to be looking at which question answers this. Which one answers it correctly? So person A, person B, or person C. Who has answered the question correctly? If you want to pause the video here, have a go at it, and then we'll talk through that afterwards. So if you press pause now. Okay, so hopefully you've had a go at that. You've unpaused the video and we are ready to go and find out where the mistakes have been made and who's got the question right, person A, B or C. So let's look at person A first of all. What have they done? So they've done 4 times 4, which is 16. So they've put their 6 there and their 1 down here. That's correct. They've then done 4 times 3, which is 12, and they've added the extra one here, so that's 13, and they've put the extra one over here. You've then done 1 times 4, or 100 times 4, which is 400. Add this extra 100 down here, that's 500. They've then done 4 times 1,000, so they've then got 4,000. So they've done that bit correctly there. Well done, person A. Let's look at the next bit. So they've done that. They've done 2 times 4, which equals what have they not done there? It's not 2 times 4, is it? It's 20 times 4. So that 8 isn't 8 ones. That 8 represents 8 tens. So that one should be here. So this is incorrect. Let's move on to this one here. We know that this bit's done correctly already because that is exactly the same as this over here. Person A didn't use their place value columns correctly, whereas we can see that person B has done. So just check the rest of the calculation, make sure that all of these are correct down here. Yeah, we know that the answer is 27,216. That's quite a lot of ice pops. We know that person C has just gone wrong here, I think, somewhere, haven't they? They've tried to do some kind of multiplication using the columns, but it's not worked out quite right for this person, unfortunately. So good effort, person C, but same as person A. So you all should have put person B for that one. So let's see, how could we solve this calculation then using column multiplication? Well, we're going to start by writing our biggest number on the top. So we've got 3,112, and we're going to multiply that by 17. I'm going to change the colour of these down here just so you can see what I'm multiplying and when I'm doing it. So you've got our 7 ones are in red and our 110 is in green. So let's do, first of all, we're going to do 7 times 2, which we all know that is, we've got 7 ones times 2 ones equals 14 ones. So you're going to put your ones there. And you've got 110 in 14. So you need to put your 10 in the tens column. Just down here for now, because we've not multiplied our tens digit up here yet. So we're going to do 7 times 110, which we all know that is 7. Add this one down here that we carried earlier, so we've got 8 tens altogether there. Nice and easy. Let's go on to our hundreds column now. 7 times 1 is 700, and 7 times 3 is 21. Next thing we need to do, we need to move on to our tens column down here. But now, because we're multiplying by 10, we need to... I know a lot of you call this your magic 0. All this does is a bit of a placeholder to show that you are now multiplying by 10. So it's not 1 times 2, it's 10 times 2. So that's going to be 20. We then do 1 times 1, 1 times 1 again, and 1 times 3. So you then multiplied both your 1's digit and your 10's digit. We need to add these up now, and that is going to give us our product. So we're going to do 4 add 0 is 4, 8 add 2, which is 10, 7 add 1 is 8, 9, 2, and 5. So hopefully you've got 52,904 for that one. Let's check this on our next page. There we go. It's another one, so just checking which one is correct. So you got to try and find the mistake. If you could pause the video here, have a look, find out which one has been done correctly and where the mistake has been made. Brilliant. Should have unpaused it now when you're ready to find out where the mistake's been made. So find out that question A is actually correct. Question B is not quite right. They've made a mistake in there. Again, when you come onto this question type, we're looking at using these symbols. I know a lot of you call these crocodiles, don't you? So the crocodile always eats the biggest number. So you need to use these symbols in here to find out which number is bigger, which is smaller. So press pause in a second and work out the answer to these ones, and then you can use these symbols to work out which is bigger or smaller or equal to the number on the other side. So you've got to make these equations balanced. Okay, so if you press pause there and have a go at that. Okay, hopefully you've already got that one there and you've used those symbols. Let's look at our next question type that you might come across. So we're looking at a bit of a word problem here. So each piece of ribbon is 2,950 millimeters long. How many millimeters are there in 31 pieces of ribbon? So if you've got 31 pieces of ribbon and each of them are 2,950 millimeters long, how many millimeters are there all together in all 31? So you're going to have to do 2,950 times 31. So let's see how you've got on with this one then. So we're going to start off by multiplying our ones columns. Let's do 1 times nothing is nothing. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 9, 9. 1 times 2 is 2. Nice and easy for that first one. Don't forget to put your magic 0 in there. That's what you want to call it. 3 times nothing is nothing. 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 9 is 27. Add our 1 is 28. Put our 2 over here. 3 times 2 is 6. Add our 2 is 8. So now all we need to do is add these two numbers together and we'll have our answer. So you've got 0 and 0 is 0. 5 and nothing is 5. 9 and 5 is 14. 8 add 2 is 10. And your 1 there is 11. So you should have an answer of 91,450 millimeters. There you go. Again, when you come onto a question like this, using all the digit cards in the calculation below to make the closest possible number to 86,500. So where would you put these digit cards? Would you put a 1 there, a 2 there, and a 3 there? You could try that and have a go. Does that get close to 86,000? You could put your 3 there, your 2 there, your 1 there. Have a little play around. Which numbers would you put where to get a number as close to possible as 86,000? So you pause the video just there. Brilliant, welcome back. Okay, so hopefully you should have put your 1, your 3 and your 2 there, and you would have an answer of 85,620, which is pretty close to 86,000. I'm not going to go on to the reasoning ones today. On Wednesday we're going to look at a little bit more when it comes to reasoning with multiplication. Today what I really want you to focus on is being really confident when using column multiplication, so questions like that. If you get through all these, maybe ask your mum or dad or whoever you live with to get you a dice or to select some different numbers for you, get a random number generator. Just have a go, just practice and get really fluent. Check them with a calculator, get them in your books and send them in on Dojo. Okay everybody, speak to you soon. Thank you, bye bye.